Peace and blessings and namaste to our light warriors, workers, and everything in between. It is I, Sophie, today, and I don't know if this is necessarily a retro, but I'm just going to put this out there. Last night, I went into, my little cleansing stuff, and I'm going to be continuing to doing this throughout the day. But something happened, in the midst of this, and I want to share this with you, okay? Because it has a lot to do with the collective, okay? Especially the chosen ones. Some of the things that I saw, okay? There is, I don't know if it's a divine masculine or a divine feminine, to be honest with you, because I can't seem to see clear past the light, but somebody out there is a playwright, right? What I saw was a lot of talent. I saw a lot of talent and a lot of creativity being transferred, as if some of you have had certain things taken from you or stolen from you or siphoned from you out of your energy. I saw plays and productions being put on, like somebody is called to be a playwright, okay? It's called to be a playwright, and they have stagnated their energy in some kind of way or form, or have had somebody taken their energy from them, okay, that talent, and it's just been lying dormant for a while. But I saw that there's going to be playwrights that are getting ready to explode, okay? I also saw somebody's very good with musical instruments and has not been playing, but needs to really start playing again. Musical instruments. I saw a lot of dancing. I saw people writing books, okay? And the interesting thing about this talent that I was seeing last night, and I don't know how I was able to do this, but I was literally tapping in to different levels of people's consciousness out there, seeing where their creativity was. The interesting part about it with the chosen ones is you're not going to have to sell your soul to do any of this, okay? You're going to actually be elevated because of your own talents and your own hard work, okay? This is a gift from the divine that you were supposed to use a long time ago and did not use it. So I did see playwrights, okay? I did see dancers. I saw a lot of people playing instruments. I've seen people, there was a feminine energy that as I was praying was turning my actual lyrics into a song. So there's somebody that is a lyricist, like a master lyricist, okay, that as I'm praying, they were literally taking my words and turning it into a song and putting a melody behind it. And that's a talent that I don't have, so I know it wasn't me, but I just sat there and I saw that as well. There was a lot of exchanges that was taking place. Like some people were actually being promoted, their crowns, like their crowns may have been small, but it's gotten bigger. And then there were some that were being demoted, okay? And for those who, I guess what we were seeing was an abuse of power, okay? So for those who were dealing or being yoked with someone that may have been abusive with the power, or may have been very controlling, and may have been using someone else, to get ahead, in life by one way or another, I literally saw that all of their talents, all of their gifts and their abilities being thrown back into the partner that they stole it from. Okay, there are some people who have abuse of power and their power is being stripped from them, okay? And they're being placed back in the hands of those who were called to use it, okay? So if we have any, what do I like to call it? Imposter type of energies, they're not going to be able to tap in. They're not going to be able to channel their creativity. They're not going to be able to, move forward or continue to manipulate and deceive other people. They're not going to be able to do it. The buck stopped with us, okay? Divine feminine, we came in, I kept telling you were yielding to power, but you also, you're the living Maat, all right? Living Maat. You need to pay attention to some of the things that I'm telling you, especially you divine feminines that had it hard. Like if you were under spiritual attacks, if your character has been assassinated, if people lied on your name, or anything like that, all of those are going to be cleared up. It has to be, okay? And those who were doing the perpetrating or the lying or the spreading of false news or gossip or whatever hands on your destruction, okay, they're going to get that, okay? And everything that is coming back to you is 10 and 20 fold. I don't want you to look at this as an aha moment, okay? Because I told you before, ninth dimensional beings and higher are master strategists, okay? And sometimes things aren't exactly what they look like, all right? And so I want you to be aware of this. Those who brought forth a lot of like false teachings and things like that, I did see that they would be stuck in their reality until they correct their teachings, okay? Because they're responsible for every soul that has ever been led astray. They are now responsible for that particular soul to take them back into the light. So there's going to be some that are going to be stuck in a certain reality until they get that done as well. Many of us are moving forward, okay? Now, I saw inventors, you know, like a lot of creativity coming out, you know, and I think that this is maybe going to take place in the new year, you know, how, I don't know, but it was just so much creativity. It was so much invention. Okay. There was some wars, like not very, very heavy, you know, type of war. Like we weren't into like a full blown type of spiritual battle thing, but it was more of a war of pulling of fates. Okay, I saw that going on as well. Some people who had been stagnant, stuck in the middle, have now been forced to make a decision. Okay, some of them made right decisions, some of them didn't. You know, it is what it is. You know, and we're not going to harp on that or judge that at all. I'm trying to recall everything that was going on. I heard a feminine voice say she tapped into the higher state of God consciousness she can see. Okay, so I don't know what that meant. I did see flashes of light, you know, that was coming, that was emanating outward. Some of your gifts are getting ready to really be magnified, okay, right now, because some of you were operating under blockages, okay? You've had energy or people or circumstances that was around you that wasn't allowing you to actually tap into some of these gifts and creativity on the level that you were called to do. So to those of you who are in isolation or hermit mode right now, start pulling in the energies and remembering who you are. Some of the fighting, you know, that was taking place was, like I said, it wasn't really like a big blown out war. It was a pooling of fates. It was decisions. There was a lot of judging that was going on. I wasn't a part of it. I was observing it. Okay. I only ushered in the Maat. Okay. But I'm not in charge of distributing it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, so a lot of judging was going on. A lot of people with talents. It felt like it was literally getting ready to be an explosion. Okay. Oh my God. I saw dancers. I saw dancers too. Dancers, ballet dancers, jazz dancers, people who have had like this heart for theater, but because of life, you know, having to take jobs, you know, so just using it as a hobby, but not really tap into what it's designed to do. And some of you who have these type of talents, this type of theater talents, you're meant to do these playwrights because you're meant to tell these types of stories. Okay. The stories of your life, the stories to help other people, you know, and this is going to be part of your actual journey. Like it's going to be part of your experience. It's a part of your healing to other people. They can sit around. Some of you have a way of playing an instrument that sends out a frequency that can bring somebody to tears, you know, that can break whatever stronghold that they had on them. Some of you have voices that can do that. Some of you do it by movement. Okay. So a lot of us are being called now to really tap into that dormant creativity. If you're a writer, whoever that was taking my prayers and turning it into songs, oh my God, you are amazing. You are amazing. And I was sitting there going, wow, you know, okay, it's time to bring this stuff out. Okay, we're in this age now. There are some that are going to be relieved of duty during this time. Okay, unfortunately, that's part of it, if they were irresponsible, you know what I mean, with their duties, if they were careless with some things, a lot of that is going to be stripped from them, okay, during this time, and it's going to be given back in the hands of the chosen ones, okay, and you're going to go forth in a lot of power. What else? I'm going to keep y'all updated because today's the 21st, so I'm still going to be getting these downloads throughout the day, okay? But if you are somebody that's highly talented and you feel like you was overlooked because, you know, you wasn't part of the industry or you couldn't get into the industry, maybe you didn't fit the bill, maybe they didn't think that you were thin enough or pretty enough or beautiful enough or any of those things, I'm telling you, you're getting ready to be self-made. Okay, get your talents together, put it out there, The divine has a very special mission for you, you talented people. Okay, for you inventors, some of you sat on ideas for a long time because you thought that they were stupid. And they're not. They're not stupid. They actually have been placed in dormant for the new earth cycle. Okay, so it was more of a timing issue. I need you to get out of that. If you have an invention, it's time to now start getting it patented, get your prototypes going and believe in the direction that the divine is taking you, okay? Because it's definitely going to be needed on this new earth, okay? Definitely going to be needed. Some teachers are going to be called to change their curriculums. They're going to be switching them around, okay? Because the focus on what they were needing to bring forth to the people is not the focus anymore, okay? So some teachers, some guides, some gurus are now going to really start focusing on the healing journey, the learning journey, the lessons, okay? To get people out of these low vibrational states. Some people had to heal a lot. Like there was a lot of healing that was taking place last night as well. But the most thing that I think I got out of all of that was the balancing, balancing the scales, people that have had things taken from them, siphoned from them, getting those things back. Okay. I'm trying to go past this light that I was seeing when they were saying she had tapped in. I was in and out of people's consciousness, okay? Don't worry, I don't know who you are. I'm not going to know who you are because what I'm seeing is more energy, going through. So don't feel like I'm calling anybody out like that. To those who have been demoted, first of all, my sincerest condolences, okay? There was a certain amount of allotted time, to correct whatever type of behavior that we were putting out, and some of you did the shadow work, and some of you, the ones that did the shadow work, the ones that cleansed up everything they wooed, they started really ascending, and it was beautiful to watch. But there were some that was stuck in very stubborn energy and angry and mad, okay, and was doing a lot of projecting out to others for their own circumstances. Those type of individuals have not grown. Okay. And unfortunately, they're going to be stuck in their reality. They're not going to be able to ascend. They're not going to be able to until they actually do that work. And we're, of course, rooting for them too. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to see anybody fail. No man left behind, right? No man left behind. But there was some that really took a stance, and decided, hey, I'm here to do my work and nobody's going to stop me from doing it. And for you, kudos. Scorpio energy. Okay. And if you have Scorpio in your chart, or if you have Libra in your chart as well, Scorpio and Libra energy are here. It's very, very, very prevalent right now. Okay. And this is the judging. This is what it is. It's the balancing. It's the justice. It's the karma that's coming through. I need for you to be very, very conscious. You know, if you are one of these divine feminines that operate as a Maat, a logos, okay? If you are the trap, okay? Because sometimes people fall into traps and sometimes you are the trap, all right? And you're going to know if you are the trap when you're being targeted, you know, for whatever reason, and you're just automatically seeing it backfire, okay? If you are the trap, do me a favor. Do everything that you can, okay, within your inner working to pray for the most positive outcome of these situations, because it's very easy for us to watch something happen and start to feel sorry for it, okay? Start to feel sorry for it. You know, we don't want to see people hurting. We don't like to see people hurting. But at the same time, the people that are hurting did not have any issues or problems hurting you. Okay? And since we know this, it doesn't mean that we operate the same way that they do. We're supposed to be the examples, right? So I don't want anybody getting any pleasure of any of this, okay? Because we really came here to save. We really did. We really came here to save. And unfortunately, because of the law of free will, it's not going to happen with everybody. So some people crowns are getting removed, and some of their talents and their gifts that they have been siphoning from other people to get to where they are is getting ready to be stripped from them as well. Okay, so they're not going to have the ability to channel that creativity. They're not going to be able to the ability to tap in. If they were a teacher, they're going to be operating as a student now. Okay, and learning until they're able to cleanse that part of them and make the crooked way straight, then they can get that back. Okay, but I think it's being stripped because of an abuse of power. Okay, that's what I was saying. And for those of you who are very, very humble, who are sitting in the background and just observing, you're being called to tap into your talents now. Okay, you are being called to claim back what's yours. All right, we can say it with our voice. We can imagine it. You know, sometimes I just pull my energy. You know, if I have given too much of my power away trying to help other people, you know, sometimes I'll just sit in meditation and I'll see the electrical pulses while I'm in my mudras, and I'll just pull my energy back. Okay, so if you've given your energy to someone, you know, or gifts, or not so much if you've given, if it has been taken from you, stolen from you, siphoned from you, go ahead, get into your meditations and pull that energy back. Pull that power back, okay? Now, what I wanted to say about everything not being what it seems because of the strategies of 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th dimensional beings. And I told you that all things aren't, you know, exactly what it looks like, okay? And some things were strategized on purpose to bring a better outcome, even though it looked like it was being torn apart. Some of us who volunteered to be the culprits in this, okay? Some of us volunteered to actually be the trap, all right? Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't volunteer to be the trap. I did not volunteer to be the trap. I actually was thrown into it, and when it was happening, it was when I tapped in and figured out what was going on, and then I just agreed to it. Okay, I agreed to it. Now, there's some of you out there that are still kind of stuck on this twin flame journey, right? Still kind of stuck on soulmates, twin flame journeys, all of that stuff, right? And some of you, you know, I've seen some of your heartbreaks. I really have. I've seen you feel like you have invested so much time, so much energy, you know, into somebody, you know, and they went off on you or whatnot, and got themselves like in a toxic situation. Here's what I'm here to tell you. If that is the case, stop hating the karmic or the other woman, all right? Now, I'm about to tell you something very, very, very high if you understand how to process this, okay? If you're on a lower vibrational, all you're going to think of is anger and resentment. But if you're in a higher vibration, you're going to be grateful for what it is I'm about to say. Some of these other women, you know, that was masking around as you, or were as playing as the twin flame or the soulmate or this, that, and the third, was actually being used to prepare your masculines. Yeah. Okay? So don't actually have a lot of anger. Remember, they may be distorted feminines, but they're also feminines, okay? And some of them had a little unique role to play. They don't even know that they were playing it. I tell you, things are orchestrated in higher realms, okay? They don't know that they had a role to play. But if you found yourself, okay, reconciling already with your twin flame or with your soulmate, they done come back into your life, they are broken down and torn, because they done went through this type of life lessons, it may have been for your benefit. Okay? Some needed to learn things, excuse me, before they can enter into a good union with you. And of course, some had to be devastated, okay, to do that, all right? But when I tell you that what's real will be exposed and what's false will be exposed, it wasn't a joke, honeys. It wasn't a joke, babies, okay? These things have to come out in the open, and the world has to see, because a lot of you have went through character assassination when all you wanted to do was be loving and helpful, right? So you went through character assassination, and now the divine is getting ready to show the world who you really are, right? And the spotlight on the people that assassinated your character. Yeah, but again, not for you to rejoice. It's actually for that person to see themselves, all right? Or see themselves and evolve and grow too. Some lessons are harder than others. We all have them. I've been through my lessons. I'm not going to go there again, but get out of the anger, get out of the resentment, against, whatever try to come in between your unions. Were they working in their highest good or the highest good of you? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay? So I'm not taking up for them. They're guilty. They're guilty. And if your partner, went into that willingly too, they're guilty. All right? Maybe not. Who knows? Everybody's situation is different. So I'm not going to say that as a broad general term. But I am going to say this. Yes, they're guilty for doing exactly what it is that they did, all right? But yes, it was for a higher purpose. Do you understand? Honeys, we have to learn how to think. Now, if we're calling ourselves divine chosen ones, we think like the divine, right? Absolutely. So when I tell you everything is not what it seems, I'm honest with you. We see from higher vantage points. So do not wish ill will on those who wished ill will on you, okay? Do not wish ill will on people who have done bad things to you. They're already being dealt with. Right now, you should be in the state of gratitude, okay? Thank you for the lessons, okay? Thank you for allowing me to see, okay? Thank you for thrusting me into my power, my purpose, my love energy. Because the more you're tested, the more you have to pull on that love energy, right? To get through it, because it's very, very easy to retaliate, isn't it? But if you do, what happens to you, right? Right? Okay. So I had one of the sisters say, I don't, come to me and say, I don't know what's going on, but I'm in a attack mode. I'm in war mode right now. Yeah, probably because you were being attacked. You were one of being attacked. Okay. And now that we're in retribution time, some of you are getting that. Some of you are feeling like, I'm tapping into my divine feminine. I want to be off with your head. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay? Don't do it. Relax. Move forward in your journey. Tap into your creativity. Tap into your light. Tap into your love, okay? Whatever was taken from you that was allowed to be taken from you, okay? If you are one that's strong enough to agree to be the stepping stool, okay, fine. I'm going to take a loss on behalf of my family. I'm going to take a loss on behalf of humanity. I'm going to take a loss on behalf of my loved ones. Trust me, if you're one of those, what you're getting ready to walk into it's going to be as if whatever it is you lost never even existed. The blessings behind it, okay? But get out of the fear and go for it. Go for it. I saw the talents. Grab what's yours, all right? And get ready to soar. I'll be still doing some cleansing of the, and prayers with the family throughout the day. But I just wanted to let you know you are highly favored. You are going into your season. No worries. Okay? No worries. No fear. But remember your dreams. Remember your dreams. Remember your talents. Remember your skills. Remember your creativity. Remember your beauty. Remember who you are. I am Sophie. I love you all. Bye.